Here's the Wuhotu tripod smartphone holder. Wuhotu. And in another video I made, I claimed that this contraption here is the best smartphone holder that you can buy. And this is 25, 30 something dollars. It's all metal, and if you want to see that review, I'll link it down below. But I've tested several phone holders, and this to me has been the best when you want to do video or you just want to set your phone on a table for a conference call or something like that. And I'll make a test with this smartphone here. This is the Samsung S-21 Ultra, one of the bigger phones you can buy, so you can really see how it can handle a big phone. In this video, I'm going to compare another tripod mount for smartphones that I just bought. It's new for me, but it's been out for a while, and that is the Ulanzi ST-27. I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to open it right now, and then I'm going to put it up against the Wuhotu. Ooh, nice packaging. All right. Let's take a look at this guy. Okay, it looks like we have at the bottom quarter 20. Is this Arca-Swiss compatible? Let's see. I guess it is on this side, yeah. Arca-Swiss compatible. Then we have on this side another quarter 20, two quarter 20s. Looks like a cold shoe up here on the side or on the front here. A big turn knob, key style. I like the key style and not the circular one because it's easier to grip. Oh, there's two. Looks like there's one for tension and one to tighten. That's nice. And then this one will spin around here. And then you have the main jaws that feel very robust, very thick and robust. This is not a light piece of gear. Spring loaded. There's no tighteners. You can't lock things in. It's just spring loaded. Spring feels nice. There's grippy material on the jaws. And on the top and bottom, you have cold shoe mounts. One here with a total of 3. 1, 2, 3 cold shoe mounts. Okay, now let's compare it to the Wuhotu. Here's the Wuhotu. Here's the Ulanzi ST-27. Looks like the biggest feature difference, well, there's two big feature differences that I see. The first one is with the Wuhotu, you have a ball mount where the jaws are, so you have almost a whole 360 swing around movement. You have more ranges of movement when you connect your phone, whereas the Ulanzi here, you do not have all these ranges. So if you want to angle it up or you want to angle it in different positions, you can't do that. You can only spin it. It looks like you can only spin it horizontal and vertical. So let's test this with the phone. Here's the Samsung S21. Put these in the jaws. There you go. Okay. It fits. It's pretty tight. Yeah, it's on there. Oh, it actually stands up on its own too. Interesting. Okay. That's nice. But you can't angle it towards you if you have this on a table like you can with the Wuhotu. All right, and can you do it? Okay, if you want to do portrait mode, this is going to be tricky. So I guess you have to, so the cameras are going to up here. So if you want to do portrait mode, you have to balance it, put it on there. Then you could flip it this way so it looks like this. And it doesn't look too sturdy, but let's see if it holds. Get the tension right. Oh, okay. Looks like it's balancing this way. So you can do portrait mode on a really big phone. Ooh, that's really testing the springs there. Is it going to retract again? Looks like you can open things up in there. So I wonder if the jaws get stuck like that, you can open it up and work on it. I'll have to look into that. But it can hold the S-21 Ultra fine, although it doesn't look as sturdy or doesn't look as stable as the Wuhotu. So the Wuhotu has the advantage of, well, a few things. First, you have this ball mount to move it all the way around. And like in my review that I'll link below, you have a magnetized foot that's attached to magnetically to one of the sides here. And you could put the foot in, and once the foot's in, you have a bigger base here, and then you can put on your smartphone. Same thing, it clips like that, and there, it's stable. But the difference is that you can put it at various angles, hold it up like that, and then you could go this way like this. Yeah. And it feels a little lighter. You have a 3/8 and quarter 20 to put it on different tripod mounts if you don't have an Arca Swiss. So yeah, I still think that the Wuhoto is the better buy just for the versatility. But here is one situation where I think the Ulanzi is going to outperform the Wuhoto, and this is why I was interested in this device, having already had this one, which I'm crowning the best one. And that is when I'm mounting this on a camera, or I'm mounting this on a ball mount, on a tripod ball mount that already has the articulation, where I'm not going to just put it on a table, I'm going to actually put it on a ball mount. So for example, here are a few ball mounts that I have that I use to put my phone on. Here's a typical one. This is a very big one, but this is the typical design style. So you'll have a small little base, and then you have this ball mount that articulates all the way around. Then another design is a bigger version. This is meant for more photography. And then I have an Arca Swiss mount here, and usually you'll just put a plate. Here's an Arca Swiss base plate. You put this on your, in this case, it would be this tripod thing here, and then you put that, screw it on there, and then you can have all of this range of movements with that ball. But actually, these two are Arca Swiss compatible, so you don't even need that plate. You can just slide it right in there. And then the last device I have is something also pretty standard that a lot of people might have. This is a tabletop tripod legs, but you can see here it's a ball mount. So when you have a ball mount, this articulation here with the Wuhoto, it actually makes it more of a pain to manage than one that's just straight up that you can't really move. And here's where I'll show you why I think it's gonna work if you're using ball mounts like this. So this one's a Joby, also Manfrotto. This one I've had for a long time, and this one you can't really articulate it. You actually need to connect it to a ball mount in order for really to stand or to make it work at all. And this is a very similar concept, although it's more robust. So in this case, I'll put it on these two as examples. First one, I'll do the Arca Swiss. Arca Swiss compatible, meaning you don't need to screw on a plate on the bottom of here. You just slip it in here, tighten, and now it's locked in. So if I want to, and let's assume I'm putting this on a tripod or a tabletop tripod, and then when I loosen up this ball joint here, now I can move this around. So when I put on my phone to record things, or if I'm on a meeting or whatever, see how this works here? I don't need the articulation anymore of this ball mount on this mount here on the Wuhoto, because I got it all with this joint, and this is a much thicker, very more reliable and sturdier joint, so I could really move things around. And yeah, I like that. Take the exact same idea But now, if I use the Wuhoto, put this on, and then now I can slip this in here because this is also Arca Swiss compatible. I lock that in there. So now I have two ball mounts. I have that ball mount and this ball mount. So it's an extra step, and it also makes it more flimsier. So that's why I didn't want to do it. So if you're attaching your tripod phone holder to a ball mount tripod head, then that's where the Ulanzi or a device similar to this form factor is better. And that's why I purchased this. They're two separate uses. When I'm just using, I just want to put it on a tabletop by itself, I'll just use the Wuhoto and really nothing else. And then if I want to use it for a more robust setup, I'm going to use the Ulanzi. And the final thing is I'll test it on this Manfrotto Joby handheld Pixie stick here. This one doesn't have a Arca Swiss. You just screw it in, and there's a screw in right there, 1/4 Screw that in. Same idea. There's a ball mount here, so I don't need that ball mount on the Wuhoto. Now if I want to articulate the whole phone, I articulate it from that ball joint. I've also seen, what I also might want to do is I might want to put this on a camera, on top of a camera. So say if I have a camera here, and then I just need an adapter, and I'll put it up here that articulates on a ball mount. And that's where a device like this comes in. This Manfrotto ball mount. So pretend this is a much bigger camera with a stronger hot shoe connection. I connect it right up here, and then now I have this, so I can look at my phone. There are some phones with some apps you can use that you can use your phone as a monitor for your camera. And then there's other ways if you want a secondary angle, so you want to use your phone as a camera, and you want to as a video camera, and you want to use the actual camera as pictures. Sometimes people want to do that, or have just two angles. I would have a setup like this. So the Ulanzi ST-27, as far as this first impression goes, I like it. Very useful for that purpose.